I have figured out why the 80-20 rule is in fact the 80-20 rule. And it's probably not what you think, because after running a telesales team for 2.5 years, I think I've finally come full circle and figured out that it is not necessarily just the ones with the best sales skills that make up the top 20% of the people that write 80% of the business. In fact, what more of makes the 80-20 rule, the 80-20 rule, is that only 20% of the people will put in the work that it's required in order to write 80% of the business. And after running this team for, like I said, 2.5 years, it has been very, very consistent that about 20 to 25% of the team will be working at any given point in time. I don't think I've ever logged into our system and saw 100% or even close to 100% of the agents that are contracted to this team actually working, actively dialing. So, which explains a lot of why there's a huge failure rate in the industry. Now, I understand that as an independent contractor, you chose this path for freedom and flexibility, to not have to clock in and clock out, to not ask for time off, not to be micromanaged, to have uncapped earnings opportunities, that grows over time. But you also, at some level, I'm sure, want to be aligned with something bigger than yourself. You possibly want to be part of a team that works together to support you, that feeds you, guides you, teaches you, lifts you up when you need it. And in return, I'm sure the leaders of that team want you to meet them halfway by committing to yourself and to them and to me, right, on this team, that you're going to treat this like a job, that you're going to get the leads and you're going to work the leads so that you can have the kind of success that you came into this industry to find. Now, is this path to success easy, even if you're working 40, 50 hours a week? No, it is not easy, but that's why only 20% of people do it. And that's why only 8% of life insurance agents make it past their first year. You will definitely not find this kind of success working part-time or working less than part-time, the type of success I'm talking about. You might not even find instant success in your first couple of weeks. You might not even find the type of success you want in your first couple of months while you're learning. You definitely need to give yourself the room and the freedom to grow and learn and make those mistakes as you go. But eventually, with enough time, with enough repetitions, with enough coaching, enough experience, you will get over the hump and to the other side of that struggle that you're in right now. And that will lead you to the path of success. And that is a beautiful path once you're able to find it, because it is filled with sophisticated and strong and controlled conversations where you already know how the sale will end just minutes into the beginning. And in this path, rejection doesn't change, but your response to it will. Because you're going to now be giving people a reason to want to hear what you have to say. So you're going to, by definition, get less no's. Because despite what a lot of people think, sales is not a numbers game. By definition, it's really a skills game. But skills is more than just sales skills. It's also mental skills. Do you have the willpower to consistently stay put and make that call after call after call and get the rejection after rejection after rejection? But once you're in that beautiful path, you know for certain, I know for certain that every day I show up will be a day I have an opportunity to help new families, because I know that I will. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of how many. Just like when I get to the end of a sales call, it's not a matter of if they're going to buy, it's just a matter of how much. How much are they going to be able to spend? Just today, I jumped on to some of my agent sales calls and helped close 4 deals for them. Because again, it's not a guessing game. It's a skills game, and it's a game of being able to be consistent with your time and with your energy, with your effort, with your path. Remember, you chose a career in sales, a career that by definition has a 92% failure rate, a career that pays large commissions just for helping people solve their problems. But in order to actually solve any problem, the customer not just has to identify and agree that there's a problem in the first place, right? By not having a life insurance policy, or maybe not having enough, or not having the right kind. But 2 very important things must happen during the sales process. Number 1, the pain of what happens by not solving that problem has to be so large, and the outcome of what solving that problem provides has to be so great that when the 2 are combined, the internal tension becomes so strong that your customer feels no choice but to make that decision to change their current situation and move forward with you. Now, that does not happen by reading a script verbatim. It does not happen by working 2 to 3 hours a day, or by not showing up at all, or deciding to watch YouTube, or deciding to take the day off and sleep. To become a master, you must dedicate yourself to this craft before you can give yourself permission to take time off. Now, as a leader, and hopefully your leader feels the same way, it is my job to provide my team with all the tools they need so they feel confident to have these types of conversations I just described. And on this team, I provide something that is attractive and brings a lot of people over, which is the opportunity to book one-on-one calls with me on my calendar. So I can listen to your sales calls with you, and we can figure out what's going on to help you get better. Now, I have 75-ish agents on my team right now. And coming into this week, I had 3 of them that were booked on my calendar for one-on-ones. Why am I sharing this with you? I'm sharing this with you because even though my platform provides everything somebody might need to be successful in the form of unlimited leads and transfers and daily coaching and one-on-one support, if you are not taking advantage of the tools that are given to you, like my team also is just as guilty, all you are doing is wasting everybody's time and setting yourself up for failure. I want you to think about this as you end your day today and go into your day tomorrow. Are you going to be part of the top 20%, top 10%, top 8% that are going to do whatever it takes, which is literally just showing up every day and putting in 8 to 10 hours of consistent effort? Or are you going to be part of the 92% or 80% that don't? Because the reality is, you can have the best leads in the world. You can have an endless amount of them. You can have access to a fantastic coach and show up to all the trainings that you want. But if you don't implement and you don't put in the work and you don't show up for yourself, then what are we doing in the first place? I implore everybody to do some soul searching, to figure out why you got in this industry in the first place. Are you putting in the effort that it requires to be successful? Because there's too many people blaming their upline and their companies for their lack of success, and not enough people staring in the mirror. These are my thoughts as I return from my vacation, and I look forward to bringing you more valuable content here in the near future. Cheers.